Hi guys, today I'll be taking a look at the Meta Quest 3S, which is a standalone virtual reality headset that doesn't require a PC or console, so I'll be using it as a VR headset with my PC on my sim racing setup to see if it gives that real immersive racing experience. Details of all the items I'll be showing today are in the description below, including purchasing links. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let's begin by unboxing this and taking a look at what you get inside. There's two Touch Plus controllers, the Quest 3S headset, a cardboard holder containing a 1 meter USB-C charging cable, a glasses spacer, a power adapter with a USB-C port, and at the bottom there's a package containing some documentation consisting of a manual and a quick start guide. Let me remove the lens protectors from the headset. Taking a closer look at the headset, it has a triple cluster of cameras at the front, which consists of two tracking cameras, two IR depth sensors, and two pass-through cameras. And even with all this, it doesn't feel too heavy, weighing just 513 grams. At the top you have the Meta logo etched in, with it having a glossy finish. There's tracking cameras on each side, but on the left you've got a power button and a USB-C charging port. Underneath you have a volume toggle button and a switch which allows you to alternate between virtual reality and mixed reality. On the inner part of the glasses there's some material and cushioning which feels nice and comfortable around your face. Inside you see the lenses which have a 3-position adjustment, so you can adjust them either left or right to get the best position for your eyes. At both sides, the initial part of the strap has a plastic arm that can be adjusted up or down, and this actually has a slot at the front and back, and these contain speakers outputting close to your ear, and surprisingly they actually sound pretty good with some depth to them too. On the back you have the headrest strap which goes over your head and can be adjusted using the two straps at the back, plus there's a Velcro adjuster at the top for additional adjustments. As I wear glasses, I'll be installing the glasses spacer. It's pretty simple to install. Remove the padded area by pulling it off, place the glasses spacer into the gap and then clip it into position. You can then add the padded area on top and clip that in place and you're done. Taking a closer look at the Touch Plus controllers, they have a nice ergonomic design that fit nicely into your hand. Both controllers have a thumbstick, triggers on the front and sides which are easily accessible. The left controller has the Y and X buttons on the top with a menu button, and the right controller has the A and B buttons together with the Meta button which opens up the universal menu. Both controllers have haptic feedback, giving realistic sensations when gaming. The Meta Quest 3S comes with a Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 processor. There's two versions, with the only difference being the storage. One has 128 gigs, while the other has 256 gigs of storage, which is what I have here. It provides around 2.5 hours of battery life, but in normal usage I was getting around 1.5 to 2 hours. Now, setting up the Meta Quest 3S is simple. Turn it on, then place it on your head, then follow the on-screen prompts to set up and connect to your Wi-Fi, and pair up the Touch Plus controllers. Then you'll be asked to create your account on the Meta Horizon app, go through the tutorial, and once completed you can download any games or apps you want. Picture quality is sharp and vibrant from the 1832 by 1920 high definition Fresnel lenses per eye. Looking around the different windows, the text clarity looks sharp and easy to read with a PPI of 773. The lenses give a field of view of 96 degrees horizontal and 90 degrees vertical, and provides a refresh rate from 72 Hz to 120 Hz. Giving smooth and seamless visuals. The Quest 3S is both a virtual and a mixed reality headset, giving a color pass-through with a 4 megapixel clarity when you're in mixed reality. The virtual reality side of it does look good, especially when gaming, but you do need to make sure the lenses are correctly centered with your eyes and the straps are adjusted to give the perfect view and best experience from this. Flipping over to mixed reality and you can see your surroundings in color, but it does look grainy and not as clear as the virtual reality elements it's displaying. and this is due to the limitations in the processing power needed to capture and render multiple images from the pass-through cameras simultaneously. The Meta Quest 3S is a standalone VR gaming device, but you can link it to your PC, allowing you to play PC VR games. Now I've connected everything to my sim racing rig to test this out, and the Meta Quest 3S is wirelessly connected via AirLink to my PC. The cockpit I'm using is a Next Level Racing GT Elite, and I have my Moza R12 wheelbase with the FSR Formula Racing wheel and the CRP2 pedals. My PC is a custom build which I did myself, and spec wise it has an Intel i9 processor, 128 gigs of RAM and an RTX 4080 GPU. Now minimum spec wise, to use the Meta Quest 3S on a PC, you'll need a Windows 10 64-bit operating system, Intel Core i5 or AMD Ryzen 5 1500X, 8 gigs of RAM and an NVIDIA GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon RX 400 series or later. There's a few methods to connect your Meta Quest 3S to your PC for PC VR gaming. First one is Steam Link. This allows you to stream PC VR games from your PC to the Meta Quest 3S. You'll need to download and install the Steam and Steam VR on your PC, as well as the Steam Link app on your Meta Quest headset. Second method is AirLink, and this method uses your Wi-Fi network to stream PC VR games wirelessly. It's a bit less resource intensive compared to Steam Link. By using the Mixed Reality Link app from Microsoft, you can connect the Meta Quest 3S wirelessly to a Windows 11 PC. This allows you to access a wide range of PC VR games and experiences. And the third method is via a wired connection, where you connect using a Type-C connector from your headset to your PC. Now testing out F1 2024. Once you launch the game and navigate around, you can easily tweak the settings onto the cockpit view, and seriously, this is insane, with you able to look around the cockpit and your surroundings outside of the car, giving a really immersive experience, with it feeling like you're actually sitting in a Formula 1 car. Onto racing, and damn, this is pretty amazing, with you having a complete view while racing, and with the added benefit of being able to look around as you're racing, giving you an insanely good racing experience. Performance with the Meta Quest 3S feels really good. Clarity levels in the cockpit were great. Now playing wirelessly via AirLink, it's recommended to have a 72Hz refresh rate depending on the spec of your PC, but it didn't feel that smooth, which was noticeable after a while, so I did increase it to 120Hz, which was generally better. But when you do this, they do warn it may affect performance, so if you do experience performance issues, just connect the headset directly to your PC via a Type-C cable for a wired connection, then you're fine to game at 120Hz. But cable wise, your cable should be no longer than 3 meters in length. Onto Truck Sim, and I've added Moza's multifunctional stalks and changed the wheel over to Moza's TSW truck wheel, and seriously, this was awesome, with the shifter and multifunctional stalks providing the most immersive experience while doing Truck Sim. It's pretty useful not having to use a joystick to look around, and just look around with your headset on, which makes it much more convenient when driving. In comparison to the PSVR 2, I'd say the Meta Quest 3S has much more to offer, as the PSVR 2 is reliant on a secondary device, so either a PlayStation 5 or a PC, but it can't run standalone. You can use the Meta Quest wirelessly, which is quite a bonus, but picture quality wise, I found the PSVR 2 was slightly more grainier than the Meta Quest 3S, but you can't use the Meta Quest 3S on a PlayStation for VR gaming. So in summary, I'm really impressed with the Meta Quest 3S. Functionality wise, I like how versatile the Meta Quest 3 is, with it able to work standalone without the need of a PC or console, as it's powerful enough to run games locally. You can even use it to do cloud gaming using the Xbox Game Pass. Outside of gaming, you can use it with your PC as a virtual screen and work from there, or even use it for entertainment purposes, so you can use it as a giant screen to watch a YouTube video from. Sound quality is actually pretty impressive from the built-in speakers, with them actually providing some depth. It wouldn't replace having a decent headset, but still pretty good for what it is. It's capable of running wirelessly, so you're not held back with wires, which is pretty cool. Negatives wise, realistically, the battery life is around 1.5 hours to 2 hours under general usage and when gaming. The head strap is not bad, but could be better in terms of comfort. And over time, due to its color, I can imagine it will get a little bit grubby after a while. And it would have been a real bonus if you could use it to play VR games on a PlayStation 5. It's great that the mixed reality is in color, but it is a little bit grainy, and you do need to get the head strap and lenses in the center, otherwise you might get a blurry image. But overall, I'm really impressed with the MetaQuest 3S with my sim racing setup. It's awesome. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Meta, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.